178 days ago, we had dirt. Today, we have a house, an occupancy permit, and $40,000 in equity, and we never had to earn and never had to hire a general contractor to do it. Let's start with the truth nobody tells you when you decide to go this route. Be your own general contractor is not a weekend hobby. It is a full second job, second time job that demands your attention, your organization, and your willingness to make decisions fast. But here's the flip side of that truth. Money you save by cutting out the middleman is absolutely real. And in my case, that savings showed up as $40,000 in equity on day one of home ownership. Not after years of mortgage payments, not after some market appreciation, day one. So let me walk you through how this actually played out from the very beginning. The day we ordered the modular home was the starting gun. Everything from that moment forward was a countdown. Modular homes are built in a factory while your site is being prepared simultaneously. And that parallel process is one of the biggest time advantages you have over traditional stick built construction. While the factory was building my home in a controlled environment with no weather delays, no excuses, I was out on my land coordinating site work, foundation prep, utility connections, and every single permit that needed to happen before the modules rolled in on those flatbed trucks. Here is where people trip up. They think modular is the easy button. It's not the easy button. It is a smarter button. You still have to manage subcontractors. You still have to sequence your work correctly. Pour the foundation wrong, and suddenly your delivery window becomes a nightmare. Miss a utility inspection, and you're adding weeks to your timeline. I kept a detailed schedule that I updated almost daily because in this type of build, everything is connected. The site work phase was honestly the most stressful stretch of the entire 178 days. You're spending money before you even see your home take shape. Foundation work, septic if you're going rural, electrical service, water lines, all of it happening before one single wall of your actual house is standing. It requires faith in the process and obsessive attention to the schedule the factory gives you. Then set day arrives. And I want you to understand what set day feels like after months of coordination. You wake up before the sun comes up. The crane operator shows up. The trucks roll in carrying the pieces of your home. And within hours, what was an empty foundation becomes a structure, the walls, and a roof. And it's one of the most surreal and emotional experiences of my life. All that planning, all those phone calls, all those site visits compressed into a single morning where everything comes together. But set day is not move-in day, not even close. After the modules are set, you still have marriage walls to complete, mechanical systems to connect, inspections to pass, and finish work to get done. This is where your subcontractor relationships either save you or sink you. I had lined up my plumber, my electrician, and my HVAC contractor well in advance because the worst thing you can do after a successful set is sit on your hands waiting for someone to call you back. The equity position is important because I want to be transparent about how it works. When I ordered the home, the appraiser valued the completed project at a number that was higher than my total cost to build. The gap between what it cost me and what it was worth is where the equity lives. When you cut out a general contractor's markup, which he can run 10 to 20% of the total project, and you manage the process yourself efficiently, that margin becomes your equity position. $40,000 did not appear by accident. It appeared because I treated every dollar spent like it was coming out of my own pocket because it was. The occupancy permit is the finish line. When that document is in your hands, the municipality is telling you the home is safe, code compliant, and ready for people to live in. For me, that moment came on day 178, less than 6 months from order to occupancy. And attached to that moment was the knowledge that my home was $40,000 more than I spent building it. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Is this realistic for me? Can I actually do this? Here's my honest answer. If you're organized, if you can communicate clearly, if you can handle stress without shutting down, and if you're willing to put in a serious time to build during the build process, this is absolutely achievable. You do not need a construction background. You need discipline, a good relationship with your modular manufacturer, and the humility to ask questions when you don't know something. The modular industry has matured significantly, significantly. These are not the trailers of 30 years ago. Modern modular homes are built to the same codes as site-built homes, often with better quality control because they're built inside a factory with consistent conditions and inspections at every stage. What I did in 178 days changed my financial picture completely. I entered homeownership with equity already working in my favor. No years of grinding to build value. It was there from the start. If you're considering building your primary home and you haven't looked seriously at modular construction with yourself as the general contractor, I want you to genuinely think what $40,000 in instant equity would mean for your family. Because it's not just a number, it's options, it's security. It's proof that within the right approach, building smart is better than building traditional every single time. Click here to get the step-by-step guide. Build it yourself, save thousands. Your modular home roadmap starts here.